This is Realm Royale. We're on Xbox Series X, retaining that Xbox One X enhancement. This is a free-to-play Battle Royale experience where you are essentially dropping down either in, solos, squads, kind of duos, whatever you want, different options. Oh, I didn't even realize those guys had jumped down there. Maybe they should use the indicators on the map to kind of say where they're going. Anyways, 100 players drop down. It's another Battle Royale experience. This one has a bit of a fantasy edge to it, obviously. And it's kind of, I don't know, I want to say it's very similar to what was presented in the kind of release of Paladins. It's definitely got a very similar vibe to it. But anyways, it's got this fantasy kind of style. Different classes that kind of go into the action and different tiers of items that you are looting along the way. Now, I don't have a lot of really helpful details about this game necessarily. I know, obviously, with the One X enhancement, we have a push towards a 4K resolution. And we do have auto HDR support, which is kind of a nice boost here. The fluidity is actually kind of nice, too. It just seems to move and look pretty smooth in regards to gameplay. But it's not as quick as we normally would be used to. Definitely an interesting sort of experience, and I know there's other people around as well, and I don't want to die. And then there's an element of being a chicken, and yeah, it's definitely different. That's needless to say. It's got some weird moments to it, and it's one of those ones where I actually did quite enjoy it. I thought it was actually quite a lot of fun. Played quite a bit of it, but I also see that at this point, I believe it's a bit of a more of a dead game. See, they fill in the matches with bots if there's nobody there, but it does have like crossplay and stuff, so you think that would help a bit more. But from what I've read is I don't necessarily think this one is getting much support going forward, which is a bit of a shame, quite honestly. I think this one maybe could have had more life to it, just because I think it was kind of neat. But then again, you don't really hear anybody talking about it these days. The conversation around it is basically like non-existent, and that's not trying to be negative. It's again just how people have at this point reacted to the game in terms of what it is. So that aside, it's also got some really neat mechanics to it. So there's an element of like forging and crafting while you're already battling other players. I'm just surprised. I don't like it. There should be other players here. I saw them drop down, but I'm not really seeing them. And there's different cool regions and biomes. Oh, that's because they're right behind. Oh no, they're above me. And you can die like really quickly in this one, so keep that in mind as I'm coming around here trying to kill this person. That's, yeah, there we go. And then you become like a chicken. Oh, jeez. And then you try to escape, but I'm definitely going to die here. Yeah, it's this mad dash to escape as a chicken, which is kind of a funny little element of play. Here's the forge. So that's kind of the element of forging in this one. See, it's got all these really different sorts of elements to it that I think make it really neat and a little bit different, because you can actually kind of, get away to a degree, even though I'm going to die. Should have really put that armor up. Definitely think I'm screwed here, that's for sure. Chicken. Oh, it's kind of funny, but yeah, I guess everybody kind of got the memo to be together, except for me. Well, this guy's there. Komo's over there. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking character skin. But we're gonna hop into another match, because I don't really have a lot of hope that these guys are necessarily gonna be able to pull it together. But I guess you can quickly see the different biomes, which are kind of neat. Like, we got the mushroom area here, and then you look over. Oh, actually, I'm being resurrected. I didn't think that was going to happen. Wow, they got all purpley things. That's nice. So I like that element of it too. The bring back. It's kind of neat. But the desert section. There's a lot of different stuff. But again, they never really did anything wildly different with the game, is what I want to say. Like, it's been very much the whole thing has stayed relatively the same across my experience with it. I don't even think they removed like the beta tag from it, but it's done. Like, it's it's a release game. They didn't even really bother doing that. It's just weird. But I think it was a neat option. I've definitely had fun playing it over that time. It's definitely something a little bit different. I'm a chicken. It's kind of funny. You're just like this vulnerable chicken. I think that's kind of humorous. You know, there's so many different options. I love how that guy came and took the gun that was left for me and left me a pistol. What a guy. So anyways, the forge is where you can, you know, build stuff if you got your totals. This can really change up, you know, the action of play, because there's that whole fantasy aspect of this. It's not just like straight up shooting, you know, you've got to actually manage your skills, which is why I should have put the armor on when I was going into the battle last time. I don't think I killed that one person, which is a little disappointing, you know, because I did definitely do a good job of injuring them. It looks like our team's all together here, though, pretty much, so I think that's good as we get pushed inwards. It's definitely a very different sort of take on the Battle Royale genre, while not necessarily being anything too insanely different as well. It's just kind of neat how this one, I think, peaked at quite a large popularity, and then it's just sort of quieted down since, because I thought it had a lot of potential out of the gate. I definitely got a good amount of views from the videos I did around the launch of this one and stuff. I was definitely very happy with that. Yeah, I thought for sure this would actually be a bigger thing, but that's the problem with... Oh, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Maybe the fire... I don't know, I think the firebomb one is just... We'll try the skull one, because it's different. Yeah, it's kind of funny seeing the whole element of battle royales. Like, they have to hit hard and they have to hit for a while. So either you hit hard, you get your profits right away and then you move on, or you find something that really works with people and you can use it for a long term. But you know, there's very few titles, even in regular multiplayer games, that are really able to thrive. You know, because there's only so many people out there. You hit your mark and then eventually, you know, things calm down, and that's just kind of sort of how it goes, right? Woo, fun, wild. See, it's got silly, zany things like this. It just kind of makes it a little bit more dynamic to play, and that's a fun element, right? Is just the weird stuff. Oh wow, the cloud pushing us inwards is coming closer. I don't know. I just kind of like that element of, you know, crafting, battling. It was something a little bit unique. And I think it runs quite well. You get a good draw distance. Visually, I think it's kind of cool. It's not insanely impressive, but, you know, we got good performance. We got great looking characters, neat classes, neat abilities. Passive rune, nice. Then there's the rune system, too. And you do your, like, little emotes and stuff if you want. See the map, see your inventory, your class type, all that fun stuff. I guess we can get on the horse. So we're getting closer and closer to the end game. I don't know, there's not a lot to say about some of the Battle Royale games, I think. Like, you look at them and you're like, okay, they're all the same concept. You're dropping in, you're fighting to the death, and you're moving on. It's what each of them kind of does with that concept past that point that makes them unique. And I just kind of wonder if this one could have done more to get, like, more attention to it, or really what happened with it. So I'm always curious to hear about, you know, general thoughts on the experience and stuff like that, because I did really actually think this one had, like, a whole lot of potential. But maybe the genre itself is just calming down at this point. Then again, you know, at that same time, you look at games like, I think Fortnite's still hitting, like, high concurrence, higher than ever. I think at one point they were doing an event and hit that. But, you know, is it like, who wins out on this? What ones are able to keep their player base? How do you keep your player base? That's a big question. Okay. Ooh, wow. That's a neat little rune. I don't know. So this is like the breakdown system. So if you wanted to break down these things, you get the points from it. And then you could forge the items in the forgery. Haha. Yeah, that element was always kind of cool. I liked the movement. I think that was one of the big things for me in this game, was the fact that you could so easily and kind of wildly move around. It kind of just made things a little bit more fun and dynamic, especially when you get into, like, the end game and you're, like, hiding in a house and people are, like, throwing in fire and you can, like, jump out the window and give your chance to fight with this one up. Burst fire common weapon. I guess we should break it down. I usually only spend time breaking stuff down when I get closer to the end, because otherwise you're just gonna pop like candy. A mine. Do I want shield or do I want a mine? I think the mine is gonna be more helpful, you know, for just my strategy of play. I do wish I would have got better guns. Oh no, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to do some forging. Didn't mean to throw that away. It's quiet. I'm actually surprised our teammate died. I didn't even notice that. I can't mount indoors? That's depressing. I hear lots of things I don't really want to hear. There's a kill. I'm gonna die. Oh no. Run away as a chicken. Yeah, sometimes you can be really stealthy about it and actually escape. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Oh yeah, they found me. Oh! Oh, what a silly, silly game. It's so weird and quirky, just like the things you can do in it. Like, what was this person doing all the way over here? I thought we were like kind of, you know, acting as like a bit of a group. Oh, this person's dead. Whereas this person just seems to have like really kind of gone on their own path. Blah. Oh, but they've got one of the magic sticks. See, like, I never got really good weapons. Like, I got like, decent weapons, but nothing anything too fancy. As you get those higher tier legendaries, and you just like absolutely eviscerate people. Yeah, this definitely had its moment. I wonder if they're actually going for the revive or anything like that. I mean, the storm's coming. Oh yeah, they can definitely move a little bit swifter with that ability. Let's see if they actually are able to pull anything like this together here. A big clutch? Who are they going to bring back? Not I would imagine, but we'll see. A scroll of resurrection. I remember having a few things queued up. That was always funny. Oh, we're hauled back. Oh, they might actually clutch this out, except we're probably going to die due to the storm. That's a little disheartening. Yeah, we didn't stand a chance in actuality because of that. Did somebody make it out? I think everybody died due to the storm. There's one forge left. It would have been smarter to try to race to the forge there and try to bring everybody back. But I think in this endgame situation, they're going to be fighting to try to make it alive. I don't know if they're necessarily going to try to go in for the resurrection, because then we're going to have to frantically move around. All they have to do is technically kill other players, which isn't super easy. Shards. You need shards. Thanks for letting us know that. I mean, they've got a pretty good staff there, so we'll see what happens. I am genuinely curious to see how it comes together.
Be careful.
Careful indeed. There's not many players left. It's real gripping. The other question is how many of these were real players.
Not bad. Okay.
Whoa, epic.
Very nice.
Okay, are they gonna put it together?
Need healing.
Need healing.
Okay.
Okay. This is getting really intense. Like 4 other players. You're kind of almost better off just going for the kills, like really.
Need healing.
I know there's being a team player, but
Need healing.
I would honestly just say like try to go for the eliminations.
Be careful.
Be careful. I'm going to annoy you so you can't concentrate.
Curses. Curses. Curses.
They're all around him. Now they're gonna die really fast here. Yeah, that was pitiful. Third place though. Woo!